Greetings viewers, Adventure Link here. Hey, what's up YouTube? How y'all doing out there? Welcome aboard, glad you're here, glad you're watching. As always, if it will be, is, or was your birthday, congratulations, happy birthday. Get out there and make it a good one. We're coming up on Halloween at the time this video was put up on YouTube, so happy Halloween! And don't forget to get that trick-or-treat candy checked out when you go trick-or-treating. Hashtag safety first. Anyways, in today's video, we're working on a 2003 Mercury Grand Marquis GS. What we are doing today is we are changing out the side mirrors. Just as a few heads up, the driver's side will remove the same as the passenger side, so what works on one side will work evenly on the other side. Any kind of differences, because this should work on pretty much any Panther from 1998 through 2011. I will be sure to call out any differences as I go. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to disconnect the negative battery cable from the battery. But before you do that, if you're working in warmer or hot weather, you could roll down your windows to provide extra ventilation if you so desire. Anyways, after you remove the negative battery cable from the battery, you're going to want to remove this multi-function panel here. You can remove it with a flathead screwdriver or a panel remover. Start your way from the back, the pointy end at the back. Start your way back at the top and work all the way down till you get it out. Just a fair warning, failure to, remove it from over here first and not up here. This can cause the panel to not ever fit back in ever again. The only two ways you're going to be able to fix that is to either get a new panel from the junkyard or off of Amazon or eBay or something, or you'll have to find some kind of good enough meat in between that right there in order to put a screw in so you can screw it down in place and hopefully it'll hold. This could take a little while, so be mindful of that. It's almost looks like it's coming out though. Yep. Out. I win. Yay! Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to remove these electrical connectors. Some of them had the little tab in back. Yeah, like the one back there where it's got the little tab. You can use your flathead screwdriver to push in the tab, then you can work it out from there. Also up here, this is for your power mirror controls. You can use that same flathead screwdriver to open up the tab, and then you can work it out from there. Okay, now you're going to want to remove some screws. Just so you know, this could be Phillips head screws. This could be like bolts or fasteners or something. On this 2003 Grand Marquis, though, these are 7mm bolts. One here, there's one down here, and there's one over here. I just want to call this screw out right here. Don't forget this screw. This is a 7mm also. It's caused me, a lot of grief, and I was like, I'm not even sure what Ford was thinking with that screw. But in any case, it's a 7mm. You may want to use a deep well for this one and or a long extension because this can be a pain to get out. Additionally, there is a T25 head or 30 head Torx bolt here. First thing you want to do is you want to pop out this cover. Of course, this is on an 03 Grand Marquis. I believe on some of the older ones, like 98 to 02, you don't have to fool with this, but thankfully, I have one on here for an 03, so if anyone was to wonder how to do this, well, here it is. Because the other ones, after removing those bolts, all I had to do is pop off the door panel and you're golden. Unfortunately, there's also this Torx head here. Like I said, this is like T25, T30. Just as a fair warning, like I always go over with Torx heads, the thing with Torx is that there's high maintenance bullshit with Torx. Like if you think you have the right size, think again. Because you could go to the next higher size. Like I said, I used the T25 no problem, but you could get away with a T30. Please just use a T30 if it works for you. It's for the better because you could end up with a socket that kind of looks like this, and or the bolt head in here would end up warped as well. So go on ahead and remove that bolt. Oh yeah, FYI, this is a kind of long bolt. Make sure you do also have your extension along with that T25 or T30 Torx head socket. You'll have to remove all those. I know on some of the Ford Panthers there could be a door handle either like right here or right here. Just so you know, there will be panels to pop out with your flathead screwdriver. Then you can access the screws from there. The next thing you want to do is you're going to pop out this trim piece right here. You again use your panel remover or a flathead screwdriver. Get it out of there. Now, like I said about the door handle on these older Grand Marquis and Panthers, you could, like I said, get away with snaking the door handle out of the door panel. But unfortunately on this 03, you have to pry it out. Again, flathead screwdriver or panel remover works. Just start in, you know, from side to side. One side, other side. Yeah, you might want to have to work with this a little bit to make it pop out. Again, pry evenly, left side and right side, till it comes out. Then, like I said, you'll remove the door panel, push up and out. Now see the lock up there? If you want, you could engage the door lock to make this a little easier to pop the door panel off. From here, you'll fish out these electrical connectors. Remember from the multifunction switch from earlier? You'll fish those out if you can. Out. This right here is the trunk release. It's simple to work this one out. Just do like this. Work it out evenly. And eventually out it comes. See? Just like that. This here is the electrical connector for the power driver seat here. You'll have one if you have a Grand Marquis, I think it is, or if your vehicle is so optioned out for it. Otherwise, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I disconnected it off cam for you because I was fighting with this one earlier. But it's as simple as this tab here on the back. Push it down, then push up and out. I would show you, but I don't feel like reassembling this again because I'm starting to run out of strength. And from here, this is pretty much what the inside of the door panel looks like. Yeah, so if you want to get to your window motor regulator, speaker, driver's side door module, etc., this is the place to be. This is the weather stripping here. Make sure you do save as much of this as you can because you will need it when you put it back on. Now you got to remove the speaker here. There are 3 Phillips head screws. One here, one over here, and one down here. Go ahead and remove those now. Next thing you want to do is remove this electrical connector on the speaker. Right where my finger is, right up here, the tab. You'll need to pull back and then pop, out she comes. Speaker's freed. Be careful. This is a magnet, so be careful what you do put on or around the speaker so that way you don't screw it up. Here is the electrical connector for the mirror. Make of this what you will on how you're going to get this out of here. It's just like with the other electrical connector, like for on the multifunction switch for the power mirror controller. You know, you take your screwdriver, pop up the tab, then push out the connector from there. Okay, so I got a little tip for you. You may notice this little Christmas tree pin here. Normally, I believe it would go like right up here. You could always take your little flat blade screwdriver, force it in between the door frame here and this electrical connector where it connects. Then you can pry it out. And from there, you should have tons of room to get your flathead screwdriver and this tab so you can pull up and get the connector out. And of course, from here, you got another one of these little Christmas tree push pins to free out. And you got to free this little panel out as well. Same deal, flathead screwdriver and or panel remover will pop all this out of here. Just got to work with it. And from here, we got what looks like 2 fasteners here. One back here, one down here, and of course you can't forget about the 3rd fastener. That's what's blocked off by that little black guard thingy. There it is. These are 11 millimeters. You'll need a deep well and or an extension to get inside. And this will try to fight you a little bit, so do be careful with that. Then from here you just snake out the electrical connector, if at all possible. Be careful. Success! The mirror is out! Yay! After all this fighting, the mirror is finally out of the car. Yay! Sweet! Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, we got a replacement depot automotive mirror. I know this isn't the OEM mirror, I know. It's all I could do on such short notice. Surprise, surprise, it came from Rock Auto. Yeah, normally I use Amazon. This is Rock Auto. What happened? I'll go over that in a few minutes. But in any case, this is our mirror. It is for the driver's side. Here's all the numbers to this. Make of this what you will, because you couldn't have a different part number for a different brand. And of course, right quick, this is what the mirror looks like before it's put on the car. And you just had to snake the connector through. Can be a bit of a fight, but it is in there somewhere. So just go ahead and snake it through, and it should be good. And this obviously goes without saying, but after you get your mirror and you get it off and you get your new mirror arriving at your front door or whatever, then reverse of removal is your installation. So that's all there is to putting a brand new mirror or otherwise messing around with inside your door panel on a 2003 to 2011 Ford Panther vehicle, although this can apply to 1998 to 02 as well. Come on, let's go and wrap this up, finally. Well, this was a little bit more fun than what I thought it would be. A little bit challenging, kind of, especially getting the door panel off and on. I will be honest though, I was kind of hesitant on doing this video because of past experiences with door panels. Yeah, like on Buick Roadmasters in class, as well as my old Saturn S series. With the door panels, there are rods inside for the door lock and for the door handle. You had to keep those aligned, you had to keep those connected, otherwise you have a bad day in paradise. It got so bad on my Saturn where I ended up taking shoestrings and inventing my own door handle sling in order to keep everything straight and aligned and connected. Never mind the fact that on that Saturn it was a tight fit in my hand for everything anyway. Of course, this was 6 years ago, and of course, I got kind of smaller hands now. Since it's 2016, I lost some weight. But still, you had to keep that in mind with messing with the door handles too when you're taking off door panels. Speaking of which, the two main things that I do want you to take away from this video when you're dealing with door panels, or is that on a 2003 to 2011 Panther car, you have to pry off the door handle and then take the door panel off. This isn't like 1998 to 2002 or older ones where you can just snake the door handle through the panel and be okay. You see, all the YouTube videos that I kept turning up, how-to write-ups and all that, all those was turning up for like 90s Panthers, 1998, 2002. No one managed to mention the door handle on an 03 to 11 until now. Number two, what I mentioned about the Rock Auto earlier. When you're going mirror shopping, shop around. Like I said, normally I use Amazon for all my parts. I will put part numbers and links in the video description. But on Rock Auto, when I got the mirror, taxes, standard shipping, the cheapest option there was $117. Other sites was going for like $10 or $15 more. Amazon was pretty limited and was costing about $150 even with Prime. 1aauto.com was around $180. Not sure what the dealer is. But of course, obviously the cheapest and fastest option, especially if you're in a pinch or if you're pinching pennies or short on pennies, go to the junkyard, go to the scrapyard, you pull and pay, whatever. For a fraction of the price, you might be able to find yourself a marquee or whatever, pop you off a mirror, and then put it on your car for, a fraction of the price, maybe $30-$40 at a junkyard or something. That's the two main things about that. Other than that, it's just simple door panel stuff. Feel around for bolts, look around for bolts and screws and fasteners. Watch out for the little stealth panels that you have to pop off with a screwdriver. When you're messing with the door panel, like power windows, keep in mind that on Fords it's all rivet installed, so you will need a rivet gun in order to put the new window regulator back in. I have seen people get away with small bolts to put it in if you don't have a rivet gun or don't want to fool with rivets any farther. Also, save your weather stripping as much as you can, and keep in mind that the glue can be sticky. Not sure how sticky it is on a Panther, but I've seen others where it is sticky as heck. So yeah, just in case, keep in mind the stickiness, and of course save your weather stripping. You will need it. Other than that, I guess that's all I really got to say about this job. I'm Adventure Link. Thanks for watching. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Your support goes a long way. Speaking of support, if you find this video useful, entertaining, helpful, informative, whatever, please consider donating to me. Might be GoFundMe and or Patreon in the video description. Please check that out as well. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. That also helps supports me. That's also in the video description. Your subscriptions matter. They help you see any new videos I make on YouTube. Especially when you hit that bell button, then you get to see them hot off the presses. Your rates, thumbs up, thumbs down, tell YouTube and myself how I'm doing and a few other things. So if you feel I did a good job, great. Otherwise, if you feel I did a bad job, at least I tried to make a good video. But if you feel I did a bad job, give it a thumbs down. No hard feelings. Please leave your comments in the comment section if you have any questions, comments, concerns, praise, criticisms, well wishes, prayers, etc. But no flames, fighting, spam baiting, or butthurt comments. If you have any questions about Ford Panthers as a whole, which as always covers the Ford Crown Victoria, Lincoln Town Car, Mercury Grand Marquis, and Mercury Marauder, then hit up one or more of the following Facebook groups and or web forums. CrownVic.net, the Mercury Grand Marquis Fans and Owners Group on Facebook, the United Panther Owners Association, and CrownVic.ca. Why not? Give them a shout out too. It's the only ones that are still around in 2016, so give them some love. Search their forums, join the Facebook groups, post your questions, find folks there. We'll answer any questions you have in a timely manner. Till then, it's been Adventure Link. Thanks again for watching. Gonna close off this video as always by quoting the wise words of wisdom from Eric the Car Guy. Be safe, have fun, and of course, stay dirty. See you later. Bye.